What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here. That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
You're finished. Farewell.
This is the Agora, where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside. Where are they? These creatures. Does Ultima's reach extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
Where is your master? What does he want?
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Mythos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt. And now you're here. With an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit one's unburdened. By the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
Too slow. Nice try. Too slow. Nice try. Little trick.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! Yes! seldom enough. Would you not agree?
Actually, I wouldn't.
Enjoying yourself?
Nice try. That's better. Too slow.
Mythos. The vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Waloed.
Get back.
impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
As weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry! Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know. but you've already done so much for us. pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You got mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the Royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself. Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
fretting about... Unless that is... What do you want? And how am I meant to do that then? That it? Fine.
Still alive, are you? The whole realm's in chaos. But as the old saying goes... Mark Grail. No. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
Cole said it was an army of Akashnik.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling?
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? They're all right. But... You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build the more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Here's everything we've received and everything promised. You earned this. All in good time, eh? Come again. I may have more for you.
How are you doing? You watch yourself out there, all right?
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think this ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
What will it be today? How may I help you today? One must understand one's place in the world. Of course. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are...
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
It started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
She can't kick this. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself to... Will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without...
I know better than to order Taya to do anything.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. We all admire your dedication, but...
I will. Until then, I'm staying. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its... If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia.
You wouldn't, Ty. There must be something we can...
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget.
Here's your hide.
I worried you might never return. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your...
I don't plan on making a habit of this.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here.
Here's the scraps you were after.
Thank you for the deal.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder? Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down. That Cyril fella's an odd fish.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Nor do I.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dallerman.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have come. Don't tease me now. What did you... let's start with the engraving.
The great... that's... Guardians of the Crystal. The first stones of... I'm pretty sure...
Fascinating. It would... but the...
Wanderers of the Golden Plain, or...
No doubt you're right. There are this...
Children of the Hunters. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor. 3 engraving guardian, little one, and number...
Too many stairs, perhaps.
We're going to do this. We'll need...
Clive, it just so happens...
And what talents...
Why, your fearlessness. And your...
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the none remain free, but the army too.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity.
So where does my...
So we've been searching for and we believe we have... The place was abandoned along...
And so we...
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo?
Of course.
Sounds like...
I will, even if So I'd better try to clear them.
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Cherdras Thread, past Lateney's Cleft.
All right.
I'm sure you won't...
Fly, Ambrosia.
This must have been a nice place once, and it will be again.
Enough!
That's all of them. Come on, Toggle. Let's head back to Boklad.
What's happened? The guards at the gate are in a right old panic.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The
Thank you, Clive. Here. Something. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork, I suppose we'd better finish the first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiation?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with, fighting, but we shall emerge victorious.
Well, if you need any help.
I'm not sure I do, but...
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister, he represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading...
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dhalmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to... and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds. And she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been... Now, I don't mind, but we ain't got no... I'd build him a new barrack, but where would I put? Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us...
I see.
And it isn't just that. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all... But there's only so many. We can't keep crap. And that's what I was hoping you might help.
It's no but.
Thank you.
So, where were you thinking of making...
Well, I reckon we...
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about...
It was a tragedy, and if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would. But what's done is done. And those who lived there...
I suppose you're...
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. And they don't seem like they'll be... Nasty bastards they are, too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner, if not. But now we've got...
I do. Eastpool...
And I know. I've already... And I...
Of course. All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even a band of girl gone blue.
My lord Marquis, is that you? It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals, the subsequent darkening of the heavens, has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt. The realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate.
That sounds like...
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues, or they are both able-bodied and trained in the sword. Yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
For making this town welcoming place, but hospitality has its...
So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool. And
that's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers. Men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I, which is why
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills. That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen, and rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely... A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close.
I can't ask you to bet.
The Akashic...
Well, I shall summon my...
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord.
All right.
We shall see you there.
Inn's full.
You think you can just walk in here? Kill him!
That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
Fine hound.
Any more surprises?
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Akashic.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see...
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians...
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, right? It might be best to send word for them to come right away.
Of course. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. No. We're the masters.
That's all of them. And not a single Akash. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to...
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrives. If you need anything more...
And we will, my...
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell...
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool. But their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to. It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy?
The gentlemen of the town guard.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can stop.
I already told you. I had...
And maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers.
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes up.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers?
Not at all. Now, to find this, if he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if... No need to ride from here. There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Let the dame hear you say that.
What happened here?
If you're with the... They've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager... I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being...
Bandits?
They looked more like field... It didn't matter in the end.
Which way did they go?
South, toward...
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale. Tell...
Thank you. I shall.
just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Nice try. Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the
And stand by, as ill might befall the heir.
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen...
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even the market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it.
Rockford, if you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course, I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first.
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bistolus as soon as I'm able.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. Good girl.
Yeah!
Time to fight. Rodrigue could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been dead.
To the meadows, then.
That's what the captain said.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Light blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. You deserve a rest. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back. Let's go.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
You know what you have to do. Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now, Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not...
Thank you. His revenge...
It is the one I found. And it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for... And so, will you take...
I will.
Thank you. The people I...
Understood.
And make...
To Gotan's bales, then, and quickly, before anyone else finds them. Everyone. You can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
It's over.
Time to fight. Don't tell me I'm too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No, which is more than I can say for my comrade. They followed me, without question, all the way here.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in...
I won't.
Come on. You're no guard dog. You're just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. It was all for what is my faithful comrades.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing.
What? Lost wing. My lost wing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick. It's over. Oh, good. Help me, boy. This. I need to find Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to...
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lost Wing...
The flood has filled...
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to...
No, Master Quentin.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only I have nothing left to live.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and...
I fought, but I prayed, and you did. Can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over yet, Master. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we...
Your village may be lost, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? Why would anyone follow me?
Because we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah. And all our comrades who went with you, they felt that Lostwing weren't just a village.
It was. And as long as...
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing. Right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends. Why just a village? What's to stop us?
That's Master Quinton.
Please. I am nobody. Quinton will suffice, after all. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it. I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and speaking of which, I received word
I only happen to be in the right place. They both seem to think the realm's
I am afraid that Grim Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work together.
As it is mine.
So, did you...
I did, and he was as helpful as ever.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it...
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, now then, let's hope these grand old chefs... And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice...
So, not fit for consumption.
What the crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns for...
I'll give it some thought.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Thank goodness you're back. Tired.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but a single dose, it may be a gentle weight. I wish there was another one.
How are you feeling? Good. Just relax.
Thank you, Daya.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly...
The man you helped today was my mentor back in the Southern Isles. On the front lines I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents. To treat but in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curses in.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service.
But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the... I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change, and we need to be the ones to...
And we will.
I hope so.
Clive! You off then?
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. Hasn't been delivered yet, I'm afraid. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Is that all?
Yep. So, what'll it be? No scratches, all right? Not bad, if I do say so myself. And how am I meant to do that then? Bring me the materials, and I'll think about it. And how am I meant to do that then? That it? Fine.
Run like the wind.
All right. Time to fight. Thanks, girl. This beast isn't to be trifled with. There's a good boy. All your fault. We're all ready.